those talons and claws and tentacles, you bastard. Oh, sorry. I was just bashing the monster. Good evening. Welcome.
Good evening, everybody. Good evening. First of all,
Spurs show. How is everyone doing? Big up
how
to
is the
everyone in the
monster?
chat. Thank you for joining
you sorted
us.
the monster out.
Sorry?
You sorted the monster out.
I have been sorting the monster
the bishop
out.
the other week. Now it's
I was
the
choking
monster.
the bishop last time, bashing the monster this time. Actually, I should really have been choking the monster and bashing the bishop. But we like to do things differently here, don't we, mate?
We do. And look, not only have we got two special guests, we have a return of a legend.
An old friend.
A legend is returning. But no, we're not yet. Not yet. Because first of all, until Bobby K, no, that was the wrong one. Until Three Spurs Boys gets to 600, we're not bringing anyone on. So for all those people that haven't liked and subscribed, go to the Three Spurs Boys. And
there's only 7. They only need 7 to get to 600.
7, yeah.
So we've got 7 in the chat. We've got 20 something watching already. So
exactly, 26 of them must not have gone and liked and subscribed onto the Three Spurs Boys. So,
absolutely right.
Well, there's 28 now, so hopefully they have done it. I'm still looking. It still says 593, so they must have already subscribed. So.
They must have. Because they're people of taste and discernment. They're people of taste and discernment, I think.
So there's that one, and also, obviously you could have guessed who was coming on because he was feeding his dog.
Yes,
and that's Tommy from Hotspur Hood. So he's got 2,226, I think, or something.
So he can afford to actually have some disappear.
Yeah, exactly.
So if 7 of you go onto Tommy's stream and unsubscribe and subscribe to Bobby. No, don't do that. Subscribe to everyone. Do the subscription, guys.
Anyway, we tried, Bobby. So yeah, sorry mate.
Sorry, it's the best we could do. But yes, welcome to everyone. Welcome to you, Nick. How are you doing, sir? Barry, Sean, Davis.
We're gonna have to fucking do Bobby K's fucking White Hart Memory Lane, aren't we? Fuck's sake.
I thought we were doing Tommy's White Hart Memory Lane.
He's done it already, isn't he?
Oh fuck!
So we've got to press ourselves with fucking Bobby K's fucking North London Derby shit show. So,
I know.
Should we bring them on?
What can you do? Not yet. Leave them in there. Leave them juicing for a bit, and don't bring our old friend on quite yet because we've got to really ramp up the anticipation.
It's like the Chippendales. Like you're waiting for the big
hitter,
Big Willie,
the big hitter, right? He's the one that everyone's been waiting for. So we got to bring him in.
All right, let's see while we're waiting. Let's
in the chat. In the chat.
So obviously Eugene's in the chat,
of course. Big up to Eugene.
Phil baby,
of course.
Elias is in the chat. Big up, Elias.
Big up to Elias.
Chris Agombar.
Big up to Chris. Good to see him the other day. Great to meet Alison the other day. Fantastic stuff. Big up to you, Alison. JM Spurs, yeah. Regular viewer now.
Not only is one person returning, there's someone else returning in the comments.
Alan Harris. Big Al. Man. Excellent.
Big Al. He's like the Chippendales dream.
No, he was kicked out of the Chippendales.
Why?
Because he was just far too sexy.
Okay.
He was just showing all the other Chippendales up.
Yeah, there is a bit of an echo. You're right. I don't know whether it's me or it's Rez, but
it could be me. It could be me. I think it's because of my sound bar. Let me unplug my sound bar.
Sound bar that you're trying to play or whatever.
Is that better?
Who else have we got? We got Dave Hotspur. Big up, Dave.
Big up, Dave.
Someone called Bobby K.
Oh no. Ugh.
10 inches here.
Yes.
Andrew Gregory. And
big up to Andy G.
Apparently has the echo gone? Oh, it has gone.
The echo's gone. It's because it was my sound bar was right next to it, so that's what it was.
Big up, Stuart. Phil's saying we're cock teasers.
Yeah. Well, no, he says we're something teasers. We can't infer.
Oh, sorry, 10 minutes.
Specifically, it could be cack teasers.
Okay. And Daniel, big up, Daniel. Okay,
up
shall we bring these two?
Bring the ordinary guests on. Definitely, bring the ordinary guests on.
Bring the ordinary guests. Okay, well, there's one ordinary guest, and
there he is,
fresh from giving his dog a bone. He's Tommy from Hotspur Hood. How you doing?
Big up to Tommy. What? Big up.
Give a dog a bone, Bobby.
Oh, there's no R at the end. Okay.
Yeah, I've just filled my dog up with jacket potato beans.
Yeah.
On cocktail.
Just filled the dog up, yeah?
Cool. So now that we've got the ordinary people in there, right? Now we can sort of be a bit more announcy about the fact that we've got
we're getting fancy.
An old friend, a legend, I would probably go so far as to say, joining us, rejoining us, coming back to the fold. It is the man, the myth, the legend himself. Johnny has returned. Big up to you, Johnny. Woo!
He needs to go. He needs to go at the top.
He needs to go right in the middle.
Even I was hoping it was Big Al. when you were talking me up there, I was like, Big Al's back. Well, Big Al's back. Excellent.
Big up to you, Johnny. How you been, pal? Good to see you again.
All good, mate. All good. Hello, Tommy.
Hello, yes, Johnny. What's going on?
How are you, Johnny? Good to see you.
Yeah, all good, mate. All good. All good. All good. And Nick and Rez, of course.
Yes, absolutely.
Is this a new setup for you, Rez? That's a different camera angle and a new background there. New bit of green screen.
I'm on my special laptop.
Special laptop. Is that what the police call it?
Yeah, well, this is it. I had to shift really quickly. Do you know what I mean? So, great to see you guys. Thank you for joining us. And Mr. Producer, yes. I believe that we haven't yet asked our wonderful viewing public whether they have given the like and subscribe buttons a long lingering sensual back rub yet.
Have you
done that? Viewing several.
I don't know.
If you haven't, do it now.
Let's have a look. I'm gonna have a look on the other screen now. I've got my new laptop. I can do more things.
Oh, you can multitask. It's amazing.
I can actually multitask without going like crazy.
The question is,
tell us what your new laptop is. Tell us the brand and everything.
It's Apple Mac.
Ooh, Apple Mac friend.
Big time.
Is this a we are Tottenham TV money coming through?
all those watch-alongs, just to buy a new laptop.
That's good. That's good one, Tommy. We've actually Bobby is still at seven subscribers away from 600. We've actually lost 2 subscribers, and we're 70 away from at least 2,000.
Jeez, come on.
Well, those are the vicissitudes of streaming.
Whoa! We're not even at the 10-minute mark throwing these big words around. Wow.
What we could do is remove people one by one from the stream and see if the numbers go back up.
No,
that's a new game.
I think Alan's won. It's just
Alan's and Tommy's dog's the other.
Definitely.
I unsubscribed the minute you said you told viewers to unsubscribe from me. So there's your 2.
Oh, there we go. So
1990s one as well, isn't it, lads? If Alan's watching.
Don't tell the story.
Are we going to do Spurs on this day a la Histoire at all?
Well, we are, but I didn't know whether Johnny was wanting to do it.
Well, that was the question, isn't it?
Does
Johnny have his book with him?
My book's over there somewhere, but I do know this. It's Bill Nicholson's birthday, isn't it? Is that on your list? Yeah, Barry. Have I stolen your thunder?
No.
Take 2.
Unlike Daniel Levy, we are going to celebrate the great Bill Nick.
Indeed.
By talking about, we'll leave it to the end. There's only 3, and there isn't any of the normal nonsense about who built the Golden Gate Bridge or whose birthday is. So the first one, on this day in 1995, Vic Buckingham passed away. So we start on a sad one and we end on a happy one. He's the only Spur to amass over 200 league appearances for the club without playing in the top flight. His tally of 204 came between 1935 and 1949.
Wow.
Also, on this day, Oxford got battered everywhere they go. Obviously, like they did on Tuesday night.
I was at that game.
Yeah.
I was at that game.
So in 1991, Tottenham were inspired by Paul Gascoigne as they defeated Oxford 4-2 in the 4th round of the FA Cup. So yeah, Oxford and FA Cups don't go well, but hopefully the family aren't watching after they didn't show up at Adams Park on Tuesday night either. So
no, that's right.
There you go. And the most important thing of today, William Edward Nicholson, OBE, was an English football player, coach, manager and scout who had a 55-year association with Tottenham Hotspur. He is considered one of the most important figures in the club's history, winning 8 major trophies in his 16-year managerial spell, most notably guiding the team to their double-winning season of 1960-61. Happy birthday, Sir Bill Nick.
Sir Bill Nick, 100%.
Bill Nick.
Big up to Bill.
Big up, Bill.
Yeah.
Big up to Bill. We've got a couple of other people joining us in the chat. I don't know if we said hello to you, Darius, but hello, big up to you. Alan would never unsubscribe.
Never.
He just never comes on anymore.
Yeah. You know,
come on out. You know you want to come on.
Come on, Alan.
You want to come on now.
That will have to change.
I'm sending him the link right now.
He's got the link
in the chat.
Come on, Alan.
He's got the link. Paddy Hartnett in the chat. Big up to you, Paddy. Thank you for joining us. And the I think the sexual object that masquerades as a Spurs fan, also known as Jacob, is in the chat. Big up to you, Jacob.
Also, Elias.
Yeah.
Why would we use Nightbot? We don't want to moderate the chat.
No. we like the swearing.
Yeah, they're the best bits.
Exactly. We like the swearing. Do it more.
If you actually had a Nightbot, you wouldn't have a chat, I don't think.
No.
Probably not.
Well, at least I know your panel wouldn't be talking much.
Yeah.
Jacob put Nightbot on yesterday, or his pop-up stream, and it literally, I think Eugene typed in capitals and it removed the thing because it was in capitals because he was shouting.
Yeah.
So no Nightbot.
Hold it down, Eugene. Jeez.
I didn't even know that was a thing. I thought that was a guest. Yeah. I thought that was a member, Nightbot. I thought you were joking about.
You thought it was a member. You actually thought it was a moderator, Tommy, yeah?
Well, surely the word.
I'll be honest with you,
I've been doing this nearly 2 years. I should know the difference between a Nightbot and
it's about Tommy. Tommy, is it not about time that you changed the name of your channel then, if it's been 2 years?
That's true. I've only changed it twice. You give me flack, but I've only changed it twice. Come on now.
You should change it to the Hotspur Woof.
What was it? What was the second one? It was Tommy Talks Bull, wasn't it? What was it?
Spurs Zone. It was Spurs Zone TV to begin with.
Spurs Zone, and then Tommy Talks Bull.
It's a dog eat dog world, very much so. So,
what have we got next?
I don't know. It depends. Are we going to do Sophie's Corner?
We are going to do Sophie's Corner. We are.
I promise I won't. I promise I won't say anything.
Don't mention her surname this week, all right?
Sorry, Soph. Sorry. No, but one thing I will say. One thing. Big up to Sophie and Iggy. Going through a bit of a difficult time at the moment.
Not together, they're not. I don't know why you.
No, not together. No. No, they're fine
together.
Yeah, no, they're fine. They're okay.
Their families.
Anyway, Red, if you just don't talk about Iggy or Sophie, then
shut up. No, shut up. Yeah.
But he still came to dinner, so big up, Iggy.
Yeah, so Sophie and Iggy, the family is having there's stuff going on that's causing them a bit of heartache and a bit of stress. Big up to you guys. We absolutely love you, and hope everything goes well and things come out at the other side. But yeah, we're now going to do Sophie's Corner.
It's to do with work, Elias, and not being able to show. Yeah, that's the reason why. Anyway. So there's two things really. Obviously, Sophie has been preoccupied, but it was Panny's birthday. So happy birthday! Big up and a massive happy birthday to Panny, who celebrated its 13th birthday last week. Iggy was somewhat frustrated as his hidden collection of blank had gone missing. So,
are you sure you're on the right stream?
Yeah, I'm on the right stream. I thought I'd do a little bit of a wank question. So people in the chat.
You know what I just realised? I just realised it's past the 10-minute mark.
Yeah. So...
And I didn't use my word before 10 minutes, so I can't use it now.
Oh, okay.
It's before 10 minutes. You got to use it before 10 minutes, right? Not after. Is that right?
Yeah, I don't know. What are you talking about? I'm lost.
Imagine how we feel.
Tommy's sat there like, what the fuck is going on?
I know wankety wank. Come on now. I know what this is.
Come on then. So Iggy was somewhat frustrated.
Scarred from wankety wank.
Yeah.
Iggy was somewhat frustrated as his hidden collection of blank had gone missing. What had gone missing, Bobby?
Well, porn would be the obvious and easy answer, but I'm going to say he was somewhat frustrated. His hidden collection of specialty ceramic dildos from around the world had gone missing.
Okay, Tommy.
I'm gonna say dog porn. I'm trying to.
What? Why?
I'm trying to get away from the dog stuff, so I'll put it on Iggy.
Nice.
Putting it on Iggy is not really getting it away from you because you're just talking about dogs, mate.
No, specifically dog porn.
I need to get the bestiality. What my name? What? Let's say that.
I thought my answer.
I need to throw an Iggy.
Tom, it's very simple. Either embrace it or ignore it.
My answers are going to be dog related.
Johnny's wondering why he came back.
I'm off.
He's like, oh my god, 17 minutes of this.
Death, apparently.
Yeah.
Apparently, according to Jacob, his hidden collection of death had gone missing.
Maybe he met dead hookers.
I've had a message from Sophie.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Why can't I comment? I don't know why you can't comment.
I don't know why you can't comment.
Comments are not turned off.
Maybe we've got the Nightbot. It's the Nightbot. Blame the Nightbot.
Yeah.
Nightbot won't let you comment. I'm afraid.
That
racist Sophie.
Yeah. Fucking Nightbot.
Yeah. Sophie, you can't comment during this section. Just message me what you want to say and I'll say it. It's fine.
Or just hit the link come on the stream, Sophie.
Everyone else can comment, so I don't know why you can't comment.
Yeah.
It's very strange. Unless you were the one that unsubscribed and it's only
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Oh dear. Johnny, what's his hidden collection of what has gone missing?
2022 Italy World Cup memorabilia.
Wow. Johnny. It's like he's never been away.
It's scorched earth. Scorched earth, Johnny there.
Hammer blow. Well done, Johnny.
Damn, man. If Iggy wasn't watching, he's certainly not watching now. What are our subscriber numbers like that?
We're like 130 or something now. So yeah, it's good. No, we haven't, Sibley. We would definitely not ban Sophie.
Banned herself.
She's
banned herself. But big up to Sophie and Iggy and
Rez,
Panny. And
you haven't answered the question, Rez. So answer the question, please.
Iggy was somewhat frustrated as hidden collection of Nutella biscuits had gone missing.
Good. So we got.
That could be the correct answer.
Close, but it's not the right answer. Arsenal shirts, death. Chris Agenbar, dogs. Birthday cards.
Stuart, that was probably the case, but that was far too couth for Shelfside Spurs Show. Can you do another comment that has some swearing? I typed
Sophie's answer in for her. She wasn't here.
Okay.
And that's the correct answer.
That's the correct
answer. Oh, dear, that is the correct answer. That is the correct answer. But no, the second one, and I need to bring up the picture just because otherwise it won't be in context. But Sophie,
be able to do that, mate.
Yeah, just on my phone. I just hold it to the camera. This is not We Are Tottenham TV production here. Yeah, this is us.
You would know.
Correct. I'm there again on Saturday.
I saw that Phil Baby put Arsenal shirts. That he put Arsenal shirts in the chat. Yeah. I got to admit, I'm embarrassed today. I bought a Arsenal 2004-2005.
Right. None of that.
Leave it out. You hear me out. Hear me out. I bought an 0405 manager's coat, the Night Fly Emirates one, from a second-hand shop. I'm reselling it. But this is the first Arsenal memorabilia I've ever bought.
Tommy, unless you are making like a 600% profit.
It was 20 quid. You'd be vintage brilliant these days. Vintage old memorabilia. So I bought it for 20 quid. I'm going to sell it for 80. But it's dirty. I feel dirty.
We could make a Guy Fawkes like thing out of it and burn the Arsenal.
No, a Guy Fawkes out of Tommy.
Yeah.
Should I wear it? Should I wear it? For the show?
No.
No.
Everyone is outraged in the chat.
I honestly think Tommy's just trying to reflect the whole dog.
In 2 days, it's gone.
This is a smoke screen, man.
People are going to lap it up. Trust me.
I tell you what, if we get Bobby K to his target on the old subscriptions, then Tommy has to put the Arsenal jacket on. How about that? How did you need? Six or seven, isn't it? We need seven.
Yeah. Johnny returns in fine form, man. Look at that. Like the man never left the pitch.
I know. Yeah. Can I just say, expressions? How dare you fucking stream on Thursday nights, you motherfucker?
What is he streaming? Is he streaming in our slot?
How dare he?
I didn't even know he'd done live stuff.
He's live now. He's live now. Phil Baby says give it to Stell. He'll wear it.
Yeah. True.
And Alan is very disappointed in you, Tommy.
See, Tommy? Do you see the consequences of your actions?
You're giving Alan another issue, bro.
I feel dirty, but it's gone. 2 days, it's gone.
Yeah, you didn't feel dirty enough not to try and make a profit off it, though, did you, Tommy?
Oh, no, it's not good. It's not good.
Anyway, so the final Sophie's Corner for this week.
Yeah.
My mum makes me laugh. Working from her house last week, and I got a single crumb, in the groove of the table. Picture one. Working from her house today, and look what she's done. We'll just show the difference in the two pictures. One has a crumb in the groove. The other one has a tablecloth on, so she cannot get a crumb in the groove.
I see.
So, yeah,
there you have
it. Elias, I don't care what he's doing on FIFA, man. He should know Thursdays is not, Thursdays is not it.
Absolutely.
So,
absolutely.
Big up Conte's ketchup.
Great name.
So what are we saying? If Bobby K gets to 600 subscribers, then Tommy has to put the shirt on. Well, put the coat on, not the shirt.
I'll put it on if I get up to 2.5k subscribers. I'll put it on.
Okay. You're not going to get up to 2.5k.
2.5k.
I'm not sure if you've got 230 people
go on expressions, mate. You'll get up to 2.5k.
I'll tell you one thing, Tommy. I don't know if you deserve 2,500 subscribers for buying an Arsenal shirt.
I've lost subscribers since you've threw me under the bus. You've told me
yeah, we're going down here. I think we're at 533 now.
Anyway, we've been playing some games, have we not?
We have been playing some games. We're actually going to talk football for a change,
just for a little bit. Just for a little bit.
Hang on. I need to. Oh, Bobby's gone. Yeah, we did play a game of football, didn't we? So
we did. I don't know. How would you describe it? A game against Fulham. I don't know how you can put a describer on what type of game it was. Apart from
it was brilliant. Come on, Rez. Let's face it. What a defensive masterclass. Royal showed why we bought him. He finally stepped up and gave everybody belief.
We'll come to
Bobby. Can we just simmer a little bit, please?
Oh, sorry. I was just trying to get the football stuff out.
There's a reason why that man's name is last. So.
Oh, you go in order?
Huh?
I didn't know you guys did ship like in order. And
we do. We are very organized.
Johnny's back. I get it. Okay, sorry.
We're very organized, but we do need to do what we do, which is to go through the thing and speak to our guests. And I think it's only right and fair and correct that Johnny starts. Right?
Yeah.
So, Tommy, what did you think of it? No, Johnny, what did you think of the game?
First half, you could tell that they'd had this. Well, the talk was that Conte and the players had a meeting to discuss what was going wrong from last year compared to this. And you could sort of tell that that meeting had hit home, because I think they came out of the blocks flying, didn't they? They were pressing all over the park. We looked in control, didn't we, the whole game, really? And we never looked like we were about to concede. I mean, we looked quite solid for us. It was a complete turnaround from our recent form, wasn't it, really? So whatever happened in that meeting seemed to do the trick, didn't it, I think?
Tommy, what did you think?
I don't think it was quite as comfortable. I think second half was comfortable. I think the first 35 minutes, I thought they outplayed us in many ways. As soon as we got that first goal, we play well against workman-like teams, fellow workman-like teams. Anyone with pace, any team with pace, that's it. We're in big, big trouble because those defenders you can see up there. But no, we were okay. Second half, we were comfortable. They never really looked like scoring in the second half, and that's a rare thing for us. Clean sheets, not happening too often these days. So, quite a workman-like team for them. They have a good season. They've had a really good season. They're 7th or 8th, so it's a big win.
Well, if they'd won that game, they would have gone above us.
Yeah, exactly. Crazy.
Bobby, what did you think?
I thought it was an outstanding game. It was one of the greatest games of football I've ever seen. It was so thrilling and entertaining that I was off of my seat and standing for a majority of the game. Great display.
Superbly summed up.
Amazing.
And Barry, what were your thoughts, mate? What do you think of the game?
Yeah, look, I think I'm with Tommy. I think, Fulham had a couple of chances where they hit it hit straight at Hugo Lloris. Either side, they could have been 2-0 up, before we'd even got on the score sheet. But they weren't. And, yeah, like Johnny said, it's, they had the meeting. It obviously cleared the air a little bit. And, yeah, it wasn't... I mean, I think the second half, I don't know what was going on because I was talking all sorts of nonsense, or more nonsense than I normally talk. But, yeah, the football wasn't great. So yeah, it was... But
just to interrupt you.
Okay.
Phil P is in the house. Woo! Big up to you, Phil. Sorry, carry on, mate.
Johnny's like, what the fuck is going on here? I don't understand.
When Phil comes on, you have to stop everything and go woo.
Like Ric Flair.
I didn't like Rick. I didn't used to like Ric Flair, so I'm refusing.
Oh, you like Phil P though? He's cool.
Right, yeah.
Well, no, he doesn't, because obviously he doesn't like Ric Flair. So yeah.
Is Phil P Phil Letizier?
No.
You know how you can tell?
Go on.
Because Phil Letizier, his name begins with an L.
I don't think that's his actual name, is it?
His actual name, is it?
No, it is.
Yeah.
So yeah,
we'll go like Letizier, though.
Do some player ratings. So, Johnny, talk to us about Hugo Lloris.
Did much better, didn't he? Did much better. He tends to play all right when he's under pressure, doesn't it? It's when he gets a bit comfortable and he thinks he's cruising, which he tends to make all these mistakes. So I think he's probably had enough of people digging him out the last couple of weeks. So he was a bit more solid today. I was on a stream yesterday and actually gave Hugo the man of the match. I didn't agree with that, but he's much more solid than he's been recently. The only problem is we haven't got a backup, have we? The very thought of playing Forster kind of made me think a bit, don't really fancy Forster going. He looked a bit lead-footed, didn't he, in the couple of games that he's played previously? He was a bit slow getting around his box and can't get down to his feet very quick. So I think that spoke volumes that I was a bit dubious about Forster playing. So I wanted Lloris to play still. So yeah, he had a solid game. Then he did everything he's supposed to do. Didn't overcomplicate his kicking, did he? Just hoofed it each time rather than taking any risks around the back there. So I'll give him a 7 out of 10.
Okay, 7 out of 10. Thoughts on that, guys?
Clean sheet and all that jazz.
Yeah. Any thoughts on Lloris from anyone else?
He made some saves.
Good early saves,
isn't it?
Yeah.
I still wouldn't drop him for Forster. Even after the errors he's made, I'm still keeping Lloris in there.
But that's how bad our second option is.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Bobby.
Which one's the less evil, right? Yes, sir.
Bobby. Romero. What did you think of his performance? And give us your rating.
I'm going to be honest here, guys, and people might not like this. I thought he was dreadful for the first little bit. I remember watching some of his passes, and it just didn't look like he even knew where they were going. He just kind of was hoofing the ball out, and he got a lot better as the game went on, and then he almost, silenced Mitrovic on his own, which is a hard thing to do. He got a card though, and I'm just trying to remember. Was it a card that I would say he was it a smart card to get, or was it another stupid one for him? Because
he didn't even touch him, did he?
He didn't even touch him.
Nah, didn't even touch him.
Yeah. Oh, I can't remember the foul. Okay, so it was a bullshit yellow card that he shouldn't have got. Then.
Yeah, it was.
But he's had a few in the last few games, right, where there has been stupid touches.
He's on 5. He's on 5 yellow cards for the season with that one.
So that's a suspension, isn't it?
No,
no, it's after the deadline.
It reset after the 19th game week. So
at the halfway point. Oh, okay.
So it's 10 now.
But then second half he was a lot calmer, and like I said, he did well in controlling Mitrovic and keeping him quiet and stuff. So I would give him at least a solid 7.5.
Okay, now throwing around big numbers today.
Fine, 7. Thoughts on that one, guys?
My thoughts are when we get to Royale, he's getting a fucking 10. That's what my thoughts are.
Any other thoughts on Romero, guys?
I think 7.5, nail on the head.
Yeah, I just think he's thrown in the tackles, and it's just he hasn't been great, but he hasn't been rubbish. So what can you say? He's got rubbish around him, but we all know.
One thing I will say is he is shocking in the air. He's got to improve aerially. I see him win very, very few headers. I mean, think about attacking corners. He's always up there. Most centre-backs are. How many attacking headers have you seen him win ever in Spurs?
The thing I would say is that he cut his teeth in Italy, which, from what I understand, they don't hoof the ball a huge amount. So I would imagine that's probably part of it.
Yeah.
Perhaps. And if you grew up in South America, you're gonna play with the ball at your feet.
That's right.
Yo,
the Kaufman.
So Tommy, talk to us. Tell us about your feelings, your joys, your urgings when it comes to Eric Dyer. And
he was amazing.
Try to keep it like non-dog related if you can.
He was amazing. He is amazing. Talking of Italy, Baresi and Cannavaro. He beats them every time. They can only wish they were the player Eric Dyer currently is. Eric Dyer.
Jay, you might want to come listen to this.
No.
There's someone as mental as you on stream.
You've infected Tommy in one visit to England.
Bryce knows. Bryce was there on that famous
Your rating, Tommy?
Rating for Dyer, 10.5.
10.5 out of 10. Fantastic. Excellent. That's really good, Tommy. Brilliant.
I think Tommy is safe to say Tommy's saying
the mental stuff that we've just heard.
Yeah, he's shit, isn't he? So
I honestly think he was actually solid in the game. He didn't make his usual errors. He didn't turn away too much and everything. He was decent.
No, I know. Yeah, I think Bobby. Look, I think from a. I know Elias is going to start. Yeah, he started singing already.
Let's try and steamroller through that.
Yeah, but no. Look, I think the defense weren't. I mean, look after the. Fucking hell, Sidney.
It was over a year ago. Come on.
I think if those chances had gone in, we'd be saying something else. They didn't. Clean sheet. So yeah, all the defense pretty much did their job, especially one player. So yeah,
excellent stuff.
Yeah.
So Nick, Pierre-Emile Højbjerg,
not Davis.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, Ben Davis. Sorry. No. Keep Ben for Johnny. Keep Ben for Johnny.
Yeah. Okay.
Pierre-Emile Højbjerg.
Yeah. I mean, look, I think Højbjerg's just been really poor since he's come back from the World Cup, and he just hasn't been himself. I don't know. I thought with Bentancur coming back, there may have been that magic, but yeah, it was another. I think I'd like to see Bentancur and Basuma get a go together to see how well they play with each other.
What about Bentancur and Sarr?
Well, I don't know. Sarr wasn't in the squad, so I don't know whether he's injured or whether he's going out on loan or something else is happening with him. So, yeah, I mean, Sarr and Basuma would be quite good, but again, I don't think they're going to do that at the weekend. So,
absolutely. Thoughts on Højbjerg? Oh, what's your rating for him, mate?
Højbjerg 6.
Yeah. A 6? Really? That's quite generous. Yeah. I would have thought. I would have given him a 5.
5 is only like, I mean, Hugo in the North London Derby was a 5. So
Hugo in the North London Derby was a 2.
Okay, well,
I was there. He was a 1.
There you go. Exactly.
One game I come to, Hugo. Damn it!
I think this sums out perfectly. No.
Yeah, that's right. Johnny, your utter favourite.
What's going on with volume? My volume's going weird.
You've got posters of this player up everywhere where people can't see them. Ben Davies, what did you think?
Can't knock him, to be fair. He's been doing well this season. And he actually showed a turn of pace in the game. I don't know if anyone noticed it. About 20 minutes in, someone hit the ball over the top and Ben Davies was like Speedy Gonzalez. He went flying back, put a block in and covered him. I said to my brother, was that Ben Davies? He had a turn of pace. He had a bit of a zip about it. He put in a great block. I think he had a great game, to be honest. If I'm thinking, I gave Hugo had a 7, didn't he? Romero 7.5. I'm giving Davies a 7.5 as well. 7.5. I thought he did well. He was solid. Did all his donkey work well. Yeah, did well. Can't knock the guy.
Well played, Ben Davies. Guys? Any other thoughts on Ben Davies?
No, I agree with Johnny there. He was surprisingly decent and solid and did everything that was expected of him. So
excellent.
Defensively, a lot more sound and in the right areas. So
fantastic. He's just like a 6 out of 10, 7 out of 10 guy every week, isn't he?
That's the thing. I mean, I think he does his job solidly. Yeah, exactly. Ask Ben Davies to paint your house, he'll paint your house. He does a job, lol. So yeah, I think he's one of those players that you need to have, not necessarily him, but he's a player that you need to have in every squad. Workmanlike, does his job, does it well, does it competently, and doesn't cause a fuss. So yeah, I mean, you know, John, that I was always not a fan, but a supporter of him. I thought he did all right. Any other thoughts on Ben Davies?
He's very gentle. He's very gentle. Yes, he's a gentle lover.
Yes, he is. He's very gentle and thorough. So we come now to pretty much. Oh, come on, Scott. That's just terrible. Happy Clapper Barry giving a player anything lower than an 8 is as rare as me giving them anything higher than a 4. That's true. Yes,
Big up, Scott.
Big up to you, Scott. Thanks.
There's no way, Scott, you give anyone higher than a 2, you miserable bastard.
So, actually, Scott, quick, break it down. What were the ratings on the
kids? You're right, yeah.
Big up, bro.
Oh, wow.
Ben Davies, he's the guy you trust with your sister and she remains a virgin. That's awful. But probably true. So, Bobby, we now come to probably the sexiest player in our squad, certainly according to Jacob. It's Rodrigo Bentancur. What did you think?
He kills it, doesn't he? First off, I give Jacob a 12 out of 10 just for saying Bentancur the way he does, because it's just, it's such a turn.
It really does get you right
just
in that place.
Yeah. It definitely makes me want to take my sweater off because things get that hot, very, very bloody hot. He wasn't outstanding, but he even at just coming back from injury, he's a better option than pretty much anybody else we have in the midfield. Was solid. I don't think he really did anything wrong. Did a few things right, a few passes up. At least the ball was moving forward with him, not just side to side back. just solid. Like I said, I can't think of anything that sticks out that he did wrong, and I can't think of anything that made me stand and jump up and say, "Wow, that was fantastic." So, since we're being generous, I guess 7 is, I think, a fair that he came 7. in and he did his job at the end of the day. You know what we expect, no more, no less. This time,
the best compliment you can give him is he's a proper Tottenham player, isn't he? He's just he's a proper Tottenham player. There was one moment in the first half where he plucked the ball out of the air on the turn, and in the same movement, pass it through to Harry Kane, and I was just like, the man's different gravy, isn't he? He's beautiful to watch. A beautiful man and a beautiful footballer. I just love watching him play. And when he's there, you just feel a bit more calmer.
Just for that 7.5.
Yeah. Great player.
Baby.
Excellent. Tommy, stop checking out pictures of this year's crafts and tell us what you think of Perisic. Tommy!
My dog's just rolling. Hello. My beagle's just...
Hi.
I'm not joking. I'm not joking.
What's going on with your beagle?
I'll pick him up in a minute.
I bet you will.
Yeah.
Ivan Perisic. Can you tell us what you thought of Ivan Perisic?
I'll be honest, I forgot he was playing. I can't remember whether it was him or Sessegnon playing. So it's got to be an average score for Perisic. He seems to do okay against the lesser teams and absolutely shocking against the big teams. Man City, that's one of the worst player performances this season, let alone Perisic's. He looks like his age now. He's just sort of got old in a short space of time. You seen the movie Jack with Robin Williams? It's a little bit like that. He just got really old in a short space of time, just over the last month or so. He's certainly looking his age. 6. What can you say? He's a 6. He's a solid 6.
Nice.
Cool.
I thought 5 at best, man. He was
thoughts on Tommy's rating, not necessarily what Bryce is saying.
Sorry, I missed that last comment.
Right, you're an evil man, mate. I'm gonna have you spayed. Let's just breeze through that, shall we? Barry Kulusevski.
Oh wow! I mean, look, I think we all know what we were missing with him not being in the team, but yeah, he didn't have a great game. But like with Bentancur being back in the team, it certainly makes a massive difference. I don't know what you're doing, Rez, over there.
I'm doing nothing.
Okay. 7, 6. I don't know. He didn't really do a lot, did he? So
yeah, that's cool.
You know,
here we come. Now here it is, Johnny. Johnny.
Sonny. He was a bit anonymous, wasn't he? Didn't do anything right. He didn't do anything wrong, really. I mean, I'll say that he gave the ball away a few times with his usual dribbling into wrong areas and trying to take on too many players. He's just trying too hard at the moment, isn't he? That's the problem with Sonny. He's so eager for his luck to change that he's trying to sort of make luck change on his own terms by being aggressive and on the front foot, but it's just not happening for him, is it? He needs to play a bit more relaxed, I think, a bit more natural, and just play the game rather than trying to make things happen to turn his own luck, kind of thing.
This is the look. Can we? Is it now pretty much safe to talk about Sonny? Because earlier in the season, we were talking about what was wrong with him. Some were saying there's nothing wrong with him. Others were saying there's everything wrong with him.
Nope.
Is it fair now to say that there's something wrong with him?
Nope.
No?
Nope. Can't talk about Sonny. You're not allowed to have an opinion about a player. Not a negative one just because he won the Golden Boot. That's our issue, isn't it? We have loyalty to players. We have this affiliation to them. That's why we keep them around long after they pass their prime and past their expiration date, because we're loyal to players. This is what we do. We can't point out faults. We can't point out and say we have higher expectations of certain individuals. At the end of the day, he's not getting the job done. Me and Barry talked about this in length in one of our car rides when I was there. We were talking about why he's still in the team. Remember, Barry, how I was saying to you, the amount when I took my boys into the Spurs shop and I saw the amount of South Korean fans there, and I'm talking, there was a large number. And I would even argue that 50% of the people in the Spurs shop were of I'm not going to say they're South Korean descent, but Sunny fans. The amount of Sunny merchandise that's available in there. Sunny specific scarf, Sunny specific flag, Sunny everywhere. More than any other player, I noticed. And that's thanks, Bill.
It's true. It's true.
Or Will Stewart.
Yeah,
but I'm not
bang on the money
saying,
there, Phil.
he's a phenomenal player. Phenomenal players don't just turn to shit overnight. He's just having a bad run of form. Unfortunately, we've tried to give him the opportunity to break out of that run. And like Conte, all of us have hoped that eventually he will come good. It just doesn't seem to be happening. Why? Yeah. There's a million guesses. None of us really truly know. Did his dad turn his head when he was saying he should be playing at a bigger club? Yeah. Did he win the Golden Boot and then all of a sudden have self-expectations that he felt that he should be somewhere else, achieving even more now that he's got the individual accolades? We don't know. We'll never know. But the reality is I think he's there and starting solely to appease a large portion of our fan base. And to me, that's a major indication of what is wrong with our football club.
Alan, you're a bad man.
Alan?
Right? You're a bad man. Really?
He might be a bad man, but man.
Alan couldn't miss, though, could he? Alan couldn't miss.
Big up to you, Stell. Thank you for joining us. Right, so Bobby K. Talk to us about Harry Kane and give us your rating.
First off, I'm just going to start off with just saying you give Kane a 10 solely because what an achievement. To get up there with Jimmy Greaves. Like, that's just absolutely amazing. I was hoping to see that happen at the NLD and just that one goal, even to see history being made and absolutely phenomenal. And the way he just turned and put that ball right in, just that quick turn, one step, boom, gone. Right into that bottom corner. Like the way only Harry Kane almost could do and make it look so effortless. And it was just absolutely fantastic to see. Points of the game, obviously, he wasn't receiving service. He seemed like he was dropped out. He wasn't, didn't touch the ball too much in the first half at all. But like I said, that goal that he scored just to get that in there and now be the joint record holder, to me, is definitely deserves a big pat on the back. Because that put pressure on him the last few games. You could tell, just trying to get that goal.
I think so. Thoughts, guys? Any further thoughts on Harry Kane? 266. He's hit it. One more, and he officially takes his crown.
He's got no business scoring from there, has he? Like, it's crazy. The keeper, there's no power in it. And the keeper still, he couldn't even dive. Didn't have enough time to dive and get his, anything to it. It was crazy. That guy, when we lose him in the summer, because he's gone. I guarantee Kane's gone. In the summer. Oh my, you're relegation fodder.
Sorry, to answer Bryce's question, no, that's not the name. It's called Watch My Cobra Dance.
Sick people, all of you. I love it. Keep going. Guys, what else?
The only slight drawback is that you now might get up in Preston, and I'm not going to Preston, so I'm quite peed off because I wanted to be there when he broke the record.
Yeah.
And so he might play. He might play Richarlison on Saturday. You never know. He might give Harry a rest, but let's face facts. Harry's probably going to play and break the record up at Preston, and then we won't get to be there when he does it. So, naughty Harry.
Yes.
Naughty.
You've deprived us of it. You've deprived us of it. And finally, we're going to start with Barry, I think, on this one.
I fucking told all of you that Emerson Royale is going to come good. All right, no one believes me. Everybody laughed at me.
No way! Hey, settle down. Hey, Barry. Whoa! Let the guy go.
No. I'm not having this. Emerson Royale should have got man of the match. I'm sorry. I'm not having any of this Harry Kane man of the match just because he scored the goal. The strikers always get favoritism, but Emerson Royale came good, and that's what I'm going to say. I don't say
what's your usually very sort of harsh and nitpicky rating for Emerson Royale in that game out of 10?
Oh, it's like I think it's 114 for Emerson Royale.
Right. Okay.
Wow.
So you did withhold some praise. Then.
Yeah. I could have gone for 200, but you can't get 200, so I had to take away a few marks for 114. Yeah.
114. Right. That's good. That's balanced. That's proportionate. I like that. I do. Thoughts, guys? Does anyone want to tear a strip off Nick for his assessment?
Yeah, no, I think man, the guy had one good game. Come on, we're preaching him like he's the best.
He's had two good games.
Two decent games in a row. Praising him. Come on,
he scored against Man City.
Just lost it, man. That new laptop must have some viruses in it or shit, man. Because you knocked the shit out of that mic, man. I love you, man. But come on, I don't know shit about football, and I admit it. And even I could say that. Two good games. Yes, rate him for this game. And if we're just saying.
Yeah, anyway.
You see, this
come back on, Bobby, if you're going to play nice about Emerson Royale.
This is the danger of having Barry as the producer and Emerson Royale come.
Yes, there's no colored people on Shelfside Spurs, right? Oh, never mind.
Now, I think,
thoughts,
credit where it's due. We've slagged him off when he's had bad games, so I think we need to give him some credit when he's had a good game. I thought he was good. He hit the heady heights of a 7.5, I think. He actually did have a good game, and we can't be too cruel, can we? He did everything we asked of him. He was all right. He did well. First time I've ever seen him do well, which I think that's more to do with his usual low levels, isn't it, rather than any heights that he hit. But yeah, we've got to give him credit. He had a good game.
That's actually a great point, Johnny. We've come to the point where we don't expect much out of him. So when he has a decent game, we're praising him.
Yeah, that is a 7.
No, at least a solid 8, man. Very spot on. The guy was a gem. What a performance! Seriously, Cafu. Whoo! Well done, Emerson.
So is Emerson now the second coming of Cafu?
No. Let's not go crazy, yeah. But
let's also remember he's probably put himself.
You just said he was man of the match.
Yeah.
All right.
Barry, let's face facts. He was just putting himself in this shop window, wasn't he? Because he knows he's probably going to be leaving. So he's just like trying to up his game a little bit to try and pull the wool over someone's eyes that he's actually all right.
Yeah. Just to bump up his transfer value.
Yeah.
As Bryce said, Royal, the sort of person you could trust with your ugly sister. # no look shag. You fuck off me.
Yeah. Excuse me, Danny. You were supposed to be here today. Where are you?
Yeah, Danny.
Danny. Anyway, any other thoughts on the Fulham game, guys? Was that the 3 points that we needed?
3 points that we definitely needed. Kept them from going above us and us sinking further down, and hopefully, whatever happened with the pre-game talk and everything like that added a bit of fuel into the boys, and now if we can add some numbers to the roster, that'll help. Maybe we can get the second half of this season properly.
We're not gonna cover on Shelf Side. We're not gonna really talk about transfers until the window's over. But obviously there is news. Obviously there was what's his name? Dan Juma, is it?
Yeah,
has been brought in. We think Porro seems to be in the works. So yeah, we'll see when the window's over. I think.
Now, I've got a mini rant to have about Porro. So remember
we're coming to that. We're actually coming to the part of the show. I'm not actually ranting this week.
No. I'm ranting, and then you could. Everyone else can have a rant.
Yeah, Barry's bombast.
Barry's bombast,
exactly.
Bombast and ruin.
We're going to call him Barry Bombastic from now on.
Barry Bombastic.
So Barry, what are you going to be ranting about today?
I don't know. Look, right. I don't know if you've noticed these new caps on bottles that are attached to the actual. Like whatever the seal or what have you, and it says I am attached to recycle together on the top, right?
Yep.
And they're attached, right? I don't know about anyone else, but when I take the fucking cap off the bottle, I put it back on when I finished with it.
Yeah.
and then I recycle everything together. Mm-hmm. So why the fuck? Also, now it's off now and you can't do it when because I've broken it. But when it's on there, you can't actually shut it properly because it doesn't fit back on.
Yeah,
it's just utter fucking pointless, and that's really all I've got to say. Because
it's probably something to do with dolphins, isn't it? Choking on the bottle tops or something. It's got to be something to do with blame the dolphins.
Something about dogs or something, Tommy. That that in the park or something when they're walking, they might choke on something.
Just blame the dogs. Just blame the fucking dogs.
Is it all Tommy's fault?
Yeah,
I thought it might be. So that's Barry's rant. I liked it. I liked it as a rant. I thought it was concise. It was clear. There was a clear target for it. I like it. I think we should see more of that from now on.
So Barry doesn't want to save the planet. Okay, got it.
So now panel rant. So obviously we're going to go round, and each of you guys will get to rant about something that has been bothering you this week. So Johnny, you say you had a little rant. So rant, do it.
Right. You remember last year when we were trying to buy Luis Diaz and Liverpool jumped in and nicked him because we were fucking around for weeks and weeks and weeks, negotiating other contracts and stuff. And the club said, we're not going to let that happen again. We're going to do our business in the background. The first thing anyone's going to know about a deal is when we've got it over the line and we've signed the player. So are we actually going for Porro? That's my little rant. I don't think we are, because we've made such a song and dance about us keeping our business in the background and not doing it in public anymore, so no one can come in and gazump us. And it's just like, to me, it's like, come and gazump us on Porro, Chelsea and Man City. Man City pay the release fee and stuff like that. So I don't think we're genuinely going for him. It just smacks to me of like last year with who's the guy at Wolves that we were trying to get for ages?
Adama Traore.
Adama Traore. So it just smacks the same as that, and in the end, we won't get him. I don't think we're going for Porro.
Jacob just jizzed, by the way.
Interesting.
What about your sources, son? What about Barry's sources?
That was clear, Johnny.
Jumped
but it wasn't
last night telling me his sources.
Tommy.
That was a rant for me.
Porro is done. We're gonna have Here We Go soon, mate. Trust me.
You reckon? But it just strikes me, Barry, that it's.
You're such a dick, Tommy. I told you in the back room, and you just fucking come out with it. You're such an idiot.
It's terrible, you are, mate. You can't stop yourself, can you? You're like a dog with a bone,
or a dog with two dicks.
Or a dog with
He's about to sign for Barcelona, Barry. He's literally about to sign for Barcelona.
Who? Porro. Oh, indeed.
Ndika.
Excellent. Bobby K, what are you going to rant about this week?
Well, for many of you that know, myself and my boys were just over in England, and we just came back last Saturday, and I just want to say, fuck you, fucking British fucking Airways, you fucking bastards. Go to check Jay in, and because he flew over alone, he's considered a minor. Spent an hour and a half on the phone with these fucktards at customer service that finally allowed me to check my own child in, only to get to the airport and him not be checked in and not have a seat, and then have to spend an hour in a line of dumbwits, a counter of where there's 18 fucking counters and 4 open. So I just want to know, why British Airways do you occupy so much goddamn space in that beautiful new Terminal 5 at Heathrow and not have people working there? And secondly, my kid's 6'2". I don't understand why he's a minor. He's bigger than me, and you guys are shit. And we all had to sit in separate seats across the entire plane, all 3 of us, me across from my children. So thank you for the normal people on the plane that were able to move for us and accommodate us so that we could be squished together, and my boys could sleep on top of me for 7 hours. It was fantastic, and that helped fuck my back. And now that my back's fucked up, I've had to take pills and go to chiropractor this week. So that's it. I'm done. Fuck you, fucking British Airways. The flight was great, though. The service was fantastic, and I actually enjoyed the meal.
Lovely. Tommy, what are you going to rant about this week?
No kidding, Mark.
First of all, this dog business. It was over a year ago.
Excuse me?
I took a sabbatical off of YouTube just so people would forget. I come back, nothing.
Please.
Until this show, I went to America for 5 weeks, just so people could forget. Come back to this show, and it's all been it's all coming back. But no, back to Spurs.
You knew what you were getting into, Tommy. You knew. You went into it eyes wide open. All right.
Back to Spurs for a minute.
Tommy, what's that noise in the background?
What?
Is that a dog crying? I don't know. Sorry, I know about cows, not dogs.
That is brilliant.
No, he's not having it. I was trying to get him, but he nearly bit my hand off. I was trying to get him my hand off.
Could not make it up.
No, but Dan Juma, what a ridiculously stupid deal that was. We're getting an injury-prone winger.
Hey, Tommy, we're not even listening to you.
Cover injuries. What? Why? How does that make any sense? What is that?
Sorry, Tommy, were you saying something? We really weren't listening, mate.
Are you talking about football again?
What do you want me to say?
Oh, mate, we were hoping you would say something about dogs, but I think your dogs were saying something about you.
What happened? What did I miss? What did I miss?
Hell knows.
Oh, right. Well, on that note,
Rez, let me just stop you. Somebody just put in the comments that Bobby was a bad luck omen for the Arsenal game. Now, Bobby, I'm about to relieve you of any blame for this game because guess who I spotted at the North London Derby, boys, as I was going up at the end of the game. Looked across to my right. Who's the original Jonah? Every time he came to a Spurs game, we lost.
I don't know.
Mr. K. Mr. K was at the NLD. Mr. K was there, and it all made sense. I was like, "Fucking Mr. K's here." That's the reason we've lost.
Oh, good.
Mr. K was here.
Yeah.
So there's a difference.
Bobby's
one of these ones. Thanks, Johnny.
Yeah, Bobby's innocent. It was Mr. K's fault.
Brilliant stuff.
I'm with you on that. We played against Chelsea in that Carabao Cup final. Semi-final. I gave him my ticket. We lost. Mr. K, bad luck.
There's about 3 or 4 games in a row, wasn't there?
Mr. K's facial hair looking like these days?
Same, big, big Uncle Albert-esque. It was. Yeah.
It would have been nice to see you and Mr. K there too, Johnny. We met a lot of the people for the community. It was awesome.
I was there. I saw Barry. Alan was looking for you. He was like,
I know we found him. Actually,
you found him.
Alan. Yeah, he came. With his chair and his little entourage, he made his way all the way to the
with his chair and his entourage.
Oh my man, bro! The guy rolls on like he's Biggie or something, man. He's got boys rocking with.
Did he have those bouncy wheels? Like those bouncing wheels, yeah.
What, his wheelchair, yeah?
Yeah.
The Mexican hydraulics.
I think I found him in that crowd, Johnny.
He's the mother flipping Alan Harris. He's the mother flipping Alan Harris. Yeah.
It is. Oh, it's Alan. What's up, Alan?
His bitches and his homies on the back of his chair.
And his chair has got like really chrome gold wheels.
Oh, it's tough, man. But his entourage finally let me through, and I got to say hi to Alan in person. It was nice.
Bobby,
was he packing any lead?
Oh, dude, man, all I know is when I gave him a hug, he looked soft, but there's a lot of hard things inside. You know, I was curious about the wires hanging out of the bag, but I didn't want to ask because I figured I'd get blamed.
So, chaps,
hang on, Bobby. Did Alan tell you about a story that happened in the 1990s?
Stop it right now. All right.
What story, Rez?
Yeah, stop.
No, I don't know. I don't think so.
You're not allowed to go there. All right. You're not. It's not nice.
Big up, Al.
So we got the FA Cup. We got the FA Cup on Saturday. Up to Preston North End, who Alan Harris earlier this week put on Twitter.
He's not driving up there in his wheelchair, is he?
No, he's not. He's
the mother flipping.
you imagine, man? He rolls up and he's got the rap version banging out of the car.
Alan Harris, the original MC.
And fair play, Alan. He even made it into Ben's cock.
Does that stand for miserable cunt, Rez?
Yeah, I think it does. Preston score predictions, please, gentlemen. What's going to happen on Saturday?
2-0, I'm going to say.
Yeah, 2-0. Johnny?
3-1.
3-1. Bobby?
Man, if we can keep a clean sheet against a powerhouse like Fulham, easy 3-0.
Tommy?
4-1. Kane will beat the record. Danjuma will make me look like a twat and score a hat-trick, no doubt.
Amazing. Amazing. That's quite a prediction you've got there, Tommy.
Very specific.
That's good. So, confident, gentlemen. Are we gonna get through, or are they gonna be a bit of a handful?
As Alex Ferguson used to say, lads, it's Spurs. They're not going to make it easy for us, are they? We're going to struggle to break them down and maybe get a goal at the end. It's going to be a proper hard work, isn't it? Let's face facts. Nothing happens easy
right now. How are they doing in wherever they are? What league are they in?
I don't know.
I think they're
in the championship. They've got Parrott on loan, haven't they? They got Troy Parrott on loan, but I don't think they're allowed to play him. I don't think they're allowed to play him against him.
Let's have a look. Preston North End are currently
11th
in the championship. They're 11th in the championship.
Yeah.
How's the run of form? Does it tell you that lately? Like, how have their last 3 games been?
I'm just looking that up. They have, let's say, the last 5 games. They lost to West Brom away, beat Stoke City away, won against Huddersfield at home, lost to Norwich at home, and beat Birmingham away. So 1, 2, 3 wins, 2 losses.
Breaking news. Colatori's been
after
59 days.
By West Brom. Yeah.
After 59 days.
Yeah.
Breaking news.
So, gentlefolk, it's time for something we've not seen for a while.
Yeah.
Johnny?
Right.
Fucking hell, Tommy. You're a dog fan.
Other than you, Johnny, something we've not seen for a while.
Sorry, Rez. I thought you stopped, and then I was about to.
Fine. It's all good. It's all gravy. It's fine. Brilliant, mate. Really good. So, Bobby K, we're doing your White Hart Memory Lane.
Oh, we are.
We are. Finally, many months.
You look overjoyed at that prospect, Bobby.
Yeah, it's been a while. We've been for a while, and we've only just got around to it. So,
wow, okay.
Why Spurs? How did you, Bobby K, become a Spurs? I actually know this story because I had it related to me recently.
That's right, you did. You actually met the source and the godfather of my Spurs, my journey into the life of a Spurs fan, and the prick. I mean, the lovely guy I call my cousin, who's like an older brother to me, that influenced my decision. It basically is simple. I was a 16-year-old, innocent, vulnerable child.
You were innocent.
I was innocent, vulnerable, very
when was
susceptible to bad ideas from influential people. My older, loving cousin. I was there for a wedding in England in '92 at the time. The European Championships were going on there in Sweden, and I remember. At the time, it was between Ryan Giggs and Terry Sheringham, who were my Terry Sheringham. Yeah, my favorite player. Can't say his fucking name. So it was between Terry Sheringham and Terry, Terry Sheringham something. So these long white names are so hard. Why not just Bill? Happy birthday, Bill. So I went to. It came down to Giggs at United or Teddy over at Spurs, and at the time Spurs were 14th in the table, so obviously United look a bit better. But I was at this wedding talking to other cousins. Pretty much 8 out of 10 of them were all United fans.
Of course.
So, and one cousin who I truly don't like, and you know who you are, you're a dickhead. And He's a United fan, so that kind of put me off. And then I went to the pub and I watched England versus Bulgaria. I watched Teddy pretty much tear apart 3 Bulgarian players, just get to the inside of the halfway line and put the ball straight up into Les Ferdinand's chest, who was making a beautiful run into the box. Ferdinand drops it and just put it right into the back of the net. And at that time, there was no football on television here in Canada. It was sports Saturday. You'd get a couple of replays. It was always United or Liverpool. Never really, even not even Chelsea, Arsenal, none of them really. It was just always Liverpool. That's obviously nothing about Spurs. So that was my first time I actually saw a goal like that in real life in the league. Obviously, the only thing we ever got is World Cup here. And it just made me jump off my feet. And I was like, wow, what a play. Oh, that was freaking awesome. And I turned to my cousin and he's just smiling at me. He goes, that was Teddy Sheringham. He plays for Tottenham.
Amazing.
So, just like that, fell in love with him, fell in love with the Spurs, and have been suffering. I've been overjoyed since. It's only been 31 years. So I missed the 91 FA Cup win. So I missed us winning the last FA Cup.
What year was
92,
that?
92.
Oh no! What year was the FA Cup win?
91. Right.
How did we get to that final?
Oh, sorry, 96. No. That was 96
Johnny.
was our last one, right?
Stop it!
I don't know. Ask Alan about the game that he missed. Anyway.
Oh, for God's sake!
He doesn't know because he missed it.
I do know this story.
Yes, we know you know this story.
Yes. Oh my God. Yes, I do know this story. Yeah.
Moving very swiftly on. Moving very swiftly on. Your first home game, Bobby.
Was Sunday, January the what the hell was the date? 15th, my son's birthday. So a whole 11 days ago. After 30 years of being a fan, I finally got my ass over there, got to a game in Tottenham. And why not start with one of the biggest ones on the calendar? And why not celebrate it with my 2 sons? And it was on his birthday, the game, which made it even more special. What made it beyond special was thanks to Brian Daigle and becoming a part of this community and him introducing me into this and getting to meet so many lovely people and getting to meet so many of them at the stadium. It was great. Like we were saying, jokingly, Alan even made his way up from where he's got to go in the seats and everything, and what a mission it is. I know it's not easy for him to get around, especially with the crowd the way it was. And, you know, much respect to everybody that came over to say hello and just say hi to the boys and get a picture with them and everything. It was just an amazing feeling. Felt like I was surrounded by family, and it was just absolutely amazing. Technically, my first game would have been in England would have been January 2019, but that was at Wembley, so I don't count that.
Okay. Have you been to any away games?
Well, yes, sort of, but that was when July of Jesus. Look, I have the scarf here. July 23rd, 2014, when Tottenham came to play TFC, Tottenham, the Toronto Football Club here in Toronto.
Yep.
That's when Defoe had moved over to Toronto, and they came over and they played that friendly against them, and Defoe played the first half with Toronto and then the second half for Spurs. Mm-hmm. So that was pretty much a friendly, so I wouldn't really classify that as a away game. But so technically, no, never.
I think that counts.
Never big my cherry on that. Does it count? Yeah.
Counts, yeah. Mm-hmm. First Spurs shirt, and did you have a number and a name on it?
First Spurs shirt is the white Hewlett Packard one from 93-94 season. Jag, my cousin who I talked about, that helped influence this young, impressionable mind into becoming a Spurs fan in the first place, instead of helping me pick, teams that were winning. He got me my first Spurs shirt, and Sheringham's on the back.
Excellent. Favorite all-time Spurs player?
Teddy, baby.
Teddy Sheringham. Fantastic.
Teddy Sheringham. Yeah, just I think I'm faster than the guy, and it's just, but it just seemed like the way, from when I finally got to watch back stuff now, because it's on YouTube and stuff now, and it just seemed like his mind was always a step ahead of everybody around him. He just seemed like he kind of knew what the players around him were about to do before they even did it. And just that moment, he always just had those flashes, the quick pass out kind of thing even. And Just phenomenal player to watch. I just think he was just absolutely great.
Amazing. In the 31 years that you've been following Spurs, what has been your favorite era?
Wow.
Or your favorite Spurs team?
Wow. That's a good one. That's a good one. You fuckers.
You can say thank you for Johnny. He's the one who came up with these questions.
Well, Johnny, this wow, holy shit, this one actually isn't a simple answer, is it? Because
Ow. Just always taking the bait, man. Just tell him to fuck off.
Too busy dealing with his hose.
I really liked us under Martin Ewell. I think that's when we started really progressing as a football club and kind of taking steps slowly towards the next level and going from pretenders to somewhat becoming contenders in certain aspects and getting a bit of respect around the league and just with the performances and everything. With Ledley King back there, even Michael Dawson and everything, I just love those guys back there. I even used to like Timo Tejano. So there's some, I'm going to go with the Martin Ewell era. What was it, 2 or 3 years that he was with us, unfortunately, before he got that ridiculously bullshit sack.
Yeah. I remember playing Arsenal at the last ever game at Highbury. We played them off the park, didn't we? That was Martin Ewell era. And Carrick was brilliant, wasn't he? Absolutely brilliant.
Really so that would be what, early 2000s, right?
Yeah.
So that would be early
2000s, right? As well. That was awful.
Yeah, I think I was at the game as well.
Yeah.
Well, when he got sacked, because wasn't there something about Berbatov came up to him and said sorry to him
his brother or something,
and said sorry, boss, or something like that, and that's how we kind of find out he was getting sacked.
Something like that.
So we can't really ask you the next question because you've never been to one. The most memorable UK away game.
You can make something up.
Just make it up. Yeah, just make up like the team, the ground, the attendance, the score, the players.
Bobby went to Ajax, the semi-final, second leg in Champions League.
Most memorable away game in UK though.
No.
UK away game. So I'm going to say the most memorable one is when it was Browntown United playing that team from White City.
White City United.
White City United, where Westfield is now. Unfortunately, the club's been taken down. It was absolutely phenomenal. The attendance was 344,000 in-house. It was an outstanding game. It was full, absolutely packed. Daniel Levy was just a young man. He was starting out, and he was actually there working with Browntown United, and he was kind enough to give free pints and food to every fan that was attending the game. On the way out, he shook every fan's hand and expressed his gratitude for them coming to support the team, and didn't say anything like, we should be grateful that we have the opportunity to watch football. He was really, really just so charming. Then I woke up. That's pretty much the level of bullshit I think I'll take it to with this one, because I kind of made myself sick just saying what I just said.
I'm glad you managed to get it all out of your system, because the next question is the most memorable European away game.
Well, that would be in Amsterdam before I was married, because I made my own red light district I ended up in the toilets with what you would call a bird. And at the time, I didn't know what the differences were.
But it was an actual bird, wasn't it? It was like a little sparrow that you caught off a tree, right?
Easy, man. It's Bobby, not Tommy. Settle down, bro. Sorry, you said bird, not Tom. No, it was actually a woman. I don't know. Long hair. Does it really matter from that angle? But I ended up being in the toilets for a little bit too long and missed the second half of the game. But apparently it was a great game.
Fantastic.
1991, wasn't that, Bobby?
It was.
Yeah.
May.
If you could go back in time to watch one famous game in Spurs history, which one would you choose?
Wow. Holy shit. Talk about no warning a guy that you're going to ask him shit like this. Eh?
It's all right.
You get more pure, honest answers, though, don't you? Like,
it's either they're pure and honest, Johnny, or they're complete bullshit, right? So it's kind of one end or the other of the spectrum with me, right? If I could go and actually watch it, be there, which what I want one where we actually just put one in and said yes, we picked up something. Then the last time,
January 23rd, 2023, Fulham, Craven Cottage. It makes sense.
It does, but you know what? That game, I just saw it, so I would want it to be something that I didn't watch, right? So,
maybe,
what was
one game that you would want to watch live?
What was the? It was not. Was it Wigan that we had that 9-1 battery?
9-1, yeah.
Both scored 4 or 5 in that game.
Yeah.
That just because being at this game and not seeing a single goal was the only really disappointing part to me. The result, yeah, of course, us losing hurt, but what hurt more was not hearing the roar of the crowd. And to be at a game where you get to hear it 9 times and just see a display of football where it's just boom, 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 boom. Like I remember watching the Reading and Spurs game, the 6-4 one, where Berbatov even did that little side chip goal thing because he thought he was offside, and then he's like even celebrating. He's waiting for the offside flag still, and a game like that would be awesome. But I'll take the 9-1 Wigan one, just to go in and just absolutely beat the shit out of a team, and just be on a high, like the feeling leaving that stadium with people. I think that would be amazing. So I think I'll take that one.
Yeah, I was at that game as well.
Luckily. You were at that game?
Yeah.
No way, dude.
Yeah.
So,
and the only thing I remember about that game is that the Wigan goal shouldn't have stood. It was offside or handball. It's handball. It bumped up into Shana's hand, and we were all moaning for the rest of the game. We had 9-1, Bobby, and all we were doing on the way home was moaning that their goal shouldn't have stood because it hit Shana's hand and it shouldn't have stood. I remember Nico Cranshaw scored a beautiful free kick, didn't he, off the stanchion? It came off the crossbar and down and in as well. Obviously, Defoe got 5, didn't he? But yeah. I used to love Nico Cranshaw, so I was buzzing that he'd scored this good free kick as well.
I love Cranshaw. Cranshaw was amazing
because that was a tight game to start off, and then it was just like
it was 1-0 at half time. I think it was 1-0 at half time.
Yeah.
If Cranshaw had another half a yard of pace,
it was 1-0 at half time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you go to lots of away games back then as well, Johnny?
Only the London ones. But I used to go because Jens had a flat in Fulham, so we used to go to Fulham, Chelsea away. More the London games.
2000, I can't remember. It was 06-07 when we smashed West Ham. We won 4-3.
I've never been to West Ham. Never been.
Never been. Oh man.
No, never been to West Ham's ground. No.
I've been to the old bowling ground, but not for a football game. Weirdly, I went for a conference, and it sucked.
But how did honestly, you were there and the experience? Would you pick? Like, have you been there when they won anything? Did you ever see?
No, I didn't. I didn't have a ticket when we beat Chelsea in the League Cup. I didn't have a ticket that day. It was before my season ticket, I think. So I didn't have a ticket when we won that one. So I've never seen us win a trophy. The best ever atmosphere, though, Bobby, in the ground at the old White Hart Lane was when Harry Kane scored that goal against Arsenal when he cut in off the corner. You know, he took his mask off.
Yeah,
when it curled in. Because at the time, I think we went 1-0 down. It was 1-0, and that made it 2-1 to us. And we were going for the league at the time, so we thought it was a really, pivotal moment in the season. And then they got a fluky goal at the end, didn't they, where their player kicked it into the ground, and it somehow bounced up over both our defender and Hugo's leg, and just flukily went in for the 2-2. And we didn't win the game, but at the time, we thought when Harry Kane had stuck that in, we were going to win the league, and that was going to be a pivotal moment because we'd come from 1-0 down, 1-0, and then 2-1. So I literally went flying 3 rows forward, Bobby. It was that loud, and like the whole stadium was just. So I've never known anything like it since either. It was just so loud and insane.
You know what? Sorry, I am going to change my answer just based on what you just told me, because I'll take the final game at White Hart Lane, because watching everybody at the end of the game invade the pitch, take their seats.
Yeah.
Get on the pitch with the players, be a part. It almost seemed like the old days when you really used to watch football, and they would be literally sitting right beside on the grass watching players and stuff. And
I would have just done it to steal the seats. They're worth a fortune.
Yeah, don't doubt it.
Gareth's got about 4. You know Gareth.
Oh,
he's got about 4.
Mac, yeah,
man.
Oh, nice.
Fellas were bringing pliers in, Tom, and they were just like unscrewing them. The stewards were like, get on with it, kind of thing. Levy was obviously livid, going, I'm charging money for them and stop people taking them. But the stewards were just, stewards just letting people unscrew them and had pliers in their hands and stuff like that. I got some grass from the penalty area, Bobby. I got down onto the pitch and I've got some grass and I've got it in a little tub over on my shelf over there. So it's kind of part synthetic and part grass. So the grass has all kind of died now, but the synthetic bits are still there. It surprised me how hard the pitch was. It was like a 3G pitch, Tommy. It's like really, it's difficult to describe. It was real grass, but it was really hard pitch. I'm surprised they wear long studs and stuff because it was really, really firm ground. And it sloped like that as well, Bobby. In the middle, it kind of went down like that to the sides. You don't notice it from as much from the stands. It's like got that. And sort of
even when we walked out on, we did the stadium tour when we were there a few weeks ago, and when we walked on there, they'd brought out the NFL pitch, and because of that, it's above the actual football pitch. There was a huge slant to kind of get up onto the pitch now, and like you said, I was wondering what that was about, if it was even there when how bad the slant is when it's the football games versus American football games. But
you can see it from where Conte stands. It goes up, doesn't it? And it's sort of just a little slant up and then onto the pitch.
Yeah, it was like the new facilities are just absolutely amazing. But I think that last game, just to be a part of being there with the team and that euphoria with the crowd and everything, it was the end of something. So you were at almost a historic kind of night where you kind of said goodbye to White Hart Lane, and
not to mention all the legends as well. All those legends that came out one by one in alphabetical order. Starting with Clive Allen, one of my favorite all-time players.
Yeah, I'm going to stick with that one. I think that would have been just amazing to see.
So, Bobby, we need to know more from you. Which Spurs player got you the most excited when you first heard the news of their signing?
We've done him again.
There's been a few actually that have excited me because I'm a happy clapper, right? So I get optimistic and hopeful that anybody we're bringing in is going to be an impactful player for us and going to make a difference. As crazy as this is going to sound, and I know people are going to say, "What the fuck are you thinking?" I'm going to say Tanguy, only because when we finally splashed that kind of money on a player that everybody apparently was after, the bigger clubs were after him, even Bayern and Juventus and. Yeah, there's the one. No, it's me,
up,
Bryce, not Jay. It's Jay, not Jay answering. I'm gonna say Tanguy only because that was, we broke our own record in terms of what we were willing to spend on a player, and it just seemed like we were about to start doing business like the big boys, splashing the cash on players. And he was young, he was rated. Did we all know that he was going to end up being such a flop? No, obviously. No. But when at the time it happened, I remember I just, one of the first things I did, even I play FIFA with the kids on the PlayStation sometimes, but I remember when that happened, I was just like, I'm going to go start a career mode and transfer this guy over and actually start playing a bit of this game here and stuff. I was actually super, super excited when he came on. And even the first little while where he was still, I'm going to say even the first year and a half where he was disappointing, but still had those moments of brilliance kind of thing, and he kind of had those flashes that showed you that quality he kind of had. That one really kind of that one got me excited.
Excellent. One player who must currently be retired that you wish Spurs had signed.
Oh Jesus, Johnny.
I can't take credit for that one. That's Nick. That was Nick or
okay. Rez. Well done to all three of you. Jeez. Yeah. He must be retired, and somebody I wished we had signed. But does it have to be somebody we were potentially linked with and just didn't get it?
No, just
it can be anybody
player that is currently retired or dead that you wish Spurs had signed during your time supporting the club.
Well, like I said, it was The Martin Yule era was my favorite. So at that time, in that team, geez, there was a lot of players still kicking around back then that were really, really good. I'll say Zidane. Just because he could do no wrong on a football pitch, and you could almost put him anywhere, right? So he would have been absolutely fantastic. But yeah, Zidane. I just always loved Zidane. I think he's phenomenal.
Can you imagine what would have happened if we'd have got Maradona when Ozzy was trying to persuade him to come?
Yeah. Oh my God, yes. Oh, yeah. Actually, yeah. Why couldn't you say that before I gave my answer?
It's your answer. Oh,
I know, but it would have helped. It would have helped. If Dad can influence me, why can't Johnny? I'm still an impressionable young man, you know.
Well, here's an easier question for you.
Okay.
Obviously, you've been there now. What is your favorite Spurs drinking hole / food stop?
The drinking hole. There's only, I don't even know the name of the place we were getting beers from.
Fair enough.
Oh, what the hell's the name of the thing? The big long ass bar. What's it called? Long bar? Big bar?
No, not spending money in the stadium, Bobby K.
Don't let Brian know. Don't let Brian know. Come on.
No, I know. Brian, he gave me special exception because it was the one time I was going with the kids.
Yeah.
He even said it's all about the children. Favorite Spurs drinking hole. What was that? Okay, so when you're facing the stadium to the right, as soon as you cross that little street, there's a bar right there, and you go outside, and it's got a patio area, and it said, "Come on, you Spurs," along the fence.
Number 8.
I think it was number 8. Number 8? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that I really liked that bar. That was nice. We went in there for a little bit and had a couple of drinks there. Paddy was there, and he took us over there, and yeah, I think I'll stick with that for the drinking hole. For the food spot,
I can't believe you didn't go to Chick King.
Dude.
That was probably your last chance. That was probably your last chance.
Outside the Chick King the other day.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm more upset about, not seeing White Hart Lane or potentially not getting over to Chick King. Because the thing is, the night when we finished the tour, we were waiting for Stell to come pick us up because we went for that dinner, right? And while we were waiting, the kids were bugging me. They were hungry. So we ran across the street to Chick King. There's only 2 or 3 people in front of us. You know, it was a Thursday night. And, of course, as soon as we got up to the front, Stell pulled up and was honking outside. So I was like, okay, boys, let's jump in the car. We're going to dinner now anyways. So just...
Bloody Stell.
No, to be fair, as soon as we got in the car, he was like, oh, where's your food? I'm like, oh, he's like, oh, go get it if you want it. So, you know, but I know even Graham is so sweet. He was like, "Oh, I really want to take you guys. Do you want to take Little K for his birthday for a meal at Chick King and everything?" And I think even Paddy cracked to us about getting something over at Chick King and everything. But we tried to get into the stadium to see some legends and stuff like that. And yeah, there you go. Speak of the devil. Speak of the devil, Paddy. Great to see your wife and son. Hope they're well. I still dislike you severely.
No, and there you have it.
I love Paddy.
Bobby K's journey. Bobby K's White
done.
Congratulations. Claps to you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yes, thank you very much for that. And that's pretty much our show tonight, guys. Do please like, subscribe, and comment. And where can we find our illustrious guest, Tommy? Where can we find you? Other than the obvious.
I'm trying to find the image of Porro outside Chick King to share, but
yeah,
you know he's on his way.
You sent that to me the other day, yeah.
You know he's on his way.
No, but that was a Photoshop, wasn't it?
Of course
was
not.
it? Never.
Of course not.
Where can we find you, Tommy? Don't start finding Photoshop photos. Tell us where we can find your channel.
I knew that was coming.
I've got a curry waiting for me downstairs. You know,
is coming. Yeah, Hotspur Hood. I streamed just before this. I've done a few bits on transfers, potential transfers, and that. Stream 3 times a week. We do not the 9 o'clock news on a Tuesday. We've got prizes. We do prizes now, and I heard
I won the fucking quiz as well.
You won half a cricket bat.
Did you?
Yeah.
No.
Half a Gray Nichols cricket bat. Yeah. So that's coming
Amazing.
Nick's way, Barry's way. I just want to say I need to get Bobby K on there because next prize. Do you remember these? What is the dog noises? What's with the dog noises? Right.
You tell us.
I'll keep Lard over there.
Teddy Sheringham.
Is that Teddy?
Figures.
What? Let me turn these dog noises off right away.
That is
I love you, Tommy.
This Tuesday, that is what's up for grabs.
This Tuesday, what time?
Be there. Not the 9 o'clock news. The 9 o'clock.
Excellent.
What time, Tommy? Tuesday.
What time are you next on, Tommy?
Probably Sunday. Sunday at some point.
What time? Do you know?
Games. No idea. No idea.
Okay, so go over to Tommy's channel, please, guys. Hotspur Hood, like, subscribe, comment on the streams. Do the same for us. Bobby K, where can we find you next?
First off, welcome back, Johnny, man. Really good. I don't think I've ever streamed with you before, so it's been a treat, man, to be here on your triumphant return. So I'm sure everybody's happy to have you back, my man. And yeah, guys, we'll be back tomorrow night with What's Buzzing Cousin. Me and my cousin, the Arsenal fan, Robbie G, will be back to discuss upcoming games. I think the Scum game is on tomorrow, so we might do it after the game. We might just do a half hour, something like that, maybe, depending on how he's feeling. If not, then we'll be back Sunday night with Kuva and the Kang, where myself and Kuva will be bringing on some people and just trying to get back into the flow here since we've been lazy and took 3 weeks off there. So we're over at the 3 Spurs boys, the number 3 Spurs boys, and I think we're a handful away from 600. So if you can get on over and give us a sub, and you don't have to watch, just give us a sub. It's free.
Please go over to 3 Spurs boys. A great channel, growing all the time. They only need like 6 more to get to 600, and that would be really great. For you people who haven't done it yet, go over there, 3 Spurs boys, give them a like and a subscribe. That would be wonderful.
Much appreciated.
Barry, when are you next going to be gracing the airwaves in your various guises?
There'll be no surprises to know that I will be doing the watch along for the Preston game with Mr. Brian Daigle for We Are Tottenham TV.
What position do you play?
Sorry, what show?
11 aside, Barry. What position do you play?
11 aside. What position do I play? Well, now I'd probably play centre back, but in my youth, I did used to play right wing when I was a little bit, obviously a lot.
That's why you like Emerson
Royale. We know Barry and Rez are going to be invited to the Spurs YouTube 11, whatever it is. Henry Wright and all those cats were there last year. Yeah, I'm thinking centre backs. I'm thinking you two at centre back. You do the business. You'll do the business.
And finally, Johnny, is this a one-off, or are we going to see more of you?
I don't know, mate. I don't know. I don't think I'm doing a lot Thursday nights now, so you never know. I might be back permanently. I might be back intermittently. Got to keep people on their toes, don't you? You know.
It's always a joy to have you, mate. So yeah, everyone do tune in again because hopefully we'll see more of you, matey.
Maybe we'll see Alan as well.
We'll see.
We're trying to persuade Big Al to make his comeback, but he's being like that, bitchy, like makes us beg him. He's like, oh, please, Alan. He's like, no, I'm not going to come back. Please, Alan. Please, Alan. No. Yeah, he is big time, mate.
All right.
I'll work with you fellas. We'll get Alan to do a show with the boys because he wants to do a show with the kids. So we'll get him on off the pitch.
Yeah.
Get him back in the groove of remembering why he loves being part of this and doing this.
He said I'm not YouTubing anymore. So if you'll be able to persuade him back with the boys, and then
I'll use the children.
And then he'll be off.
Then he'll be off again. They'll have to break
again. He'll love it. It'll feed his addiction. Just give him the first hit.
It's that little hit.
Free, it's like, here you go. No, this one's free, bro. Yeah, I'll see you in 10 minutes. Next one's expensive.
Anyway. And you will find myself and Nick back next Thursday, 7:30. I haven't been writing down the names of everyone as I normally do, so I can't do a big up. A big up to everyone in the chat. Thank you very much for joining us. Do please like, subscribe, and comment. We really appreciate all the help. We're on the road to 1,000 subs. Hopefully, we'll get there soon, and there will be a forfeit when that happens. So yeah, the more you sub, the more likely it becomes. With something like that. Yes,
Rez, I've got one last closing thing to say here.
Yeah,
go on. Obviously, Bobby touched on it briefly that Arsenal play tomorrow. Would you rather Arsenal won and they're distracted and they've got more games as the season goes on, or would you rather they get knocked out and they've only got one game a season, one game a week for the rest of the year to concentrate on to win the league? What do you reckon? One word answer.
True, isn't it?
Do you want them to win or do you want them to lose tomorrow? I always want them to lose, obviously, but I think we want them to be distracted a bit more by the FA Cup. So
I think so. I think I want them to. I think I want as many games as possible for them.
Yeah.
Probably end up winning that and the Premier League.
Yeah, that's it. They'll probably end up winning everything.
Yeah, true.
Anyway, guys, thank you very much for joining us. Big up to you all. Big love, and please like, subscribe, and comment. And as always, come on, you Spurs.
Come on, you Spurs.